to the Life in the UK test practice. It is important to take the Life in the UK test either for the Indefinite Leave to Remain or British Citizenship test. The Life test is used to verify that applicants have adequate knowledge of British customs, traditions, laws and political system, as required under the UK's immigration rules. Let's go through 24 practice tests towards your preparation for the Life in the UK test. Here are the questions for the theory tests. Test 9. 1. What did the Chartists campaign for? A. Elections every 5 years. B. Every man to have a vote. C. Anyone to be able to stand as an MP. D. Open ballots. Answer B. Every man to have a vote. In the 1830s and 1840s, a group called the Chartists campaigned for reform. They wanted 6 changes: for every man to have a vote, elections every year, for all regions to be equal in the electoral system, secret ballots, for any man to be able to stand as an MP, for MPs to be paid. 2. In the Church of Scotland, who is the moderator? A. The spiritual leader of the church who is appointed for life. B. A key figure who is responsible for all relations with the Church of England. C. The chairperson of the General Assembly who is appointed for 1 year only and often speaks on behalf of the church. D. A financial overseer who has overall responsibility for the accounts of the church. Answer C. The chairperson of the General Assembly who is appointed for 1 year only and often speaks on behalf of the church. In Scotland, the national church is the Church of Scotland, which is a Presbyterian church. It is governed by ministers and elders. The chairperson of the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland is the moderator, who is appointed for 1 year only and often speaks on behalf of that church. 3. What was the estimated population of the British Empire? A. 400 million. B. 300 million. C. 350 million. D. 250 million. Answer A. 400 million. During the Victorian period, the British Empire grew to cover all of India, Australia, and large parts of Africa. It became the largest empire the world has ever seen, with an estimated population of more than 400 million. What is the Church of England also known as in Scotland and the US? A. Catholic Church. B. Episcopal Church. C. Protestant Church. D. Anglican Church. Answer B. Episcopal Church. In England, there is a constitutional link between church and state. The official church of the state is the Church of England, called the Anglican Church in other countries, and the Episcopal Church in Scotland and the United States. It is a Protestant church and has existed since the Reformation in the 1530s. 5. When King Charles I tried to impose a revised prayer book on the Presbyterian Church in Scotland, which 2 events occurred? A. A Scottish army was formed and invaded England. B. Parliament only gave the money to King Charles when the Scottish army invaded England. C. King Charles I formed his own army without asking for help from Parliament. D. King Charles I recalled Parliament to ask it for funds to form his own army. Answer A and D. A. Scottish army was formed and it invaded England. And D. King Charles I recalled Parliament to ask it for funds to form his own army. King Charles I wanted the worship of the Church of England to include more ceremony and introduced a revised prayer book. He tried to impose this prayer book on the Presbyterian Church in Scotland, and this led to serious unrest. A Scottish army was formed, and Charles could not find the money he needed for his own army without the help of Parliament. In 1640, he recalled Parliament to ask it for funds. Many in Parliament were Puritans, a group of Protestants who advocated strict and simple religious doctrine and worship. They did not agree with the king's religious views and disliked his reforms of the Church of England. Parliament refused to give the king the money he asked for, even after the Scottish army invaded England. 6. The band called Beatles was popular and some alteration to social laws occurred during which period? A. 1960s, B. 1970s, C. 1950s, D. 1980s. Answer A. 1960s. The decade of the 1960s was a period of significant social change. It was known as the Swinging 60s. There was growth in British fashion, cinema, and popular music. Two well-known pop music groups at the time were the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. It was also a time when social laws were liberalised, for example in relation to divorce and to abortion in England, Wales and Scotland. The position of women in the workplace also improved. 7. How often do PM's questions take place in Parliament? A. Every 2 weeks, B. Every working day, C. Every month, D. Every week. Answer D. Every week. The leader of the opposition leads his or her party in pointing out what they see as the government's failures and weaknesses. One important opportunity to do this is at Prime Minister's Questions, which takes place every week while Parliament is sitting. 8. Whom did the serfs serve? A. Peasants, B. Knights, C. Lords, D. Slaves. Answer C. Lords. The Normans used a system of land ownership known as feudalism. The king gave land to his lords in return for help in war. Landowners had to send certain numbers of men to serve in the army. Some peasants had their own land, but most were serfs. 9. Which of these is a charity working with animals? A. NSPCC, B. Crisis and Shelter, C. PDSA, D. Age UK. Answer C. People's Dispensary for Sick Animals, PDSA, is the charity that works with animals. 10. What is the money limit for the small claims procedure in England and Wales? A. £4,000, B. £10,000, C. £3,000, D. £2,000. Answer C. £10,000. The small claims procedure is an informal way of helping people to settle minor disputes without spending a lot of time and money using a lawyer. This procedure is used for claims of less than £10,000 in England and Wales, £5,000 in Scotland, and £3,000 in Northern Ireland. 11. Who won the Wars of the Roses? A. House of Commons. B. House of Lancaster. C. House of Lords. D. House of York. Answer: C. House of Lancaster. This war was called the Wars of the Roses because the symbol of Lancaster was a red rose and the symbol of York was a white rose. The war ended with the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485. King Richard III of the House of York was killed in the battle, and Henry Tudor, the leader of the House of Lancaster, became King Henry VII. 12. Why was Mary known as Bloody Mary? A. She killed her father. B. She persecuted Protestants. C. She fought in numerous battles. D. She put her sister in prison. Answer: B. She persecuted Protestants. Mary was a devout Catholic and persecuted Protestants. 13. Who designed the new St. Paul's? A. Gertrude Jekyll. B. Sir Christopher Wren. C. Robert Adam. D. Sir Edward Lutyens. Answer: B. Sir Christopher Wren. In 1666, a great fire destroyed much of the city, including many churches and St. Paul's Cathedral. London was rebuilt with a new St. Paul's, which was designed by a famous architect, Sir Christopher Wren. 14. Who is responsible for subjects such as education, health, and defence? A. Secretary of State. B. Chancellor of the Exchequer. C. Home Secretary. D. Foreign Secretary. Answer: A. Secretary of State. Secretaries of State are responsible for subjects such as education, health, and defence. 15. What is the minimum age for going into betting shops or gambling clubs? A. 16. B. 21. C. 18. D. 17. Answer: C. 18. You have to be 18 to go into betting shops or gambling clubs. Where was Rudyard Kipling born? A. India. B. Spain. C. France. D. England. Answer: A. India. Rudyard Kipling was born in India in 1865 and later lived in India, the United Kingdom, and the United States. He wrote books and poems set in both India and the UK. His poems and novels reflected the idea that the British Empire was a force for good. Kipling was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907. 17. What is known as canvassing? A. Filling in the ballot paper for those who cannot do it themselves. B. Persuade people to vote for the party that you represent. Answer: B. Persuade people to vote for the party you represent. Political parties are particularly busy at election times. Members work hard to persuade people to vote for their candidates, for instance by handing out leaflets in the street or by knocking on people's doors and asking for their support. 18. If you think someone is trying to persuade you to join an extremist or terrorist cause, who should you notify? A. An MP. B. Council office. C. Police force. D. Church. Answer: C. Police force. If you think someone is trying to persuade you to join an extremist or terrorist cause, you should notify your local police force. 19. Who defeated Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo? A. The Duke of Wellington. B. Nelson. C. Henry VII. D. Louis XIV. Answer: A. The Duke of Wellington. In 1815, the French wars ended with the defeat of the Emperor Napoleon by the Duke of Wellington at the Battle of Waterloo. 20. Which patron saint day is on the 17th of March? A. St. Patrick. B. St. George. C. St. Andrew. D. St. David. Answer: A. St. Patrick. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland each have a national saint called a patron saint. Each saint has a special day. 1st of March, St. David's Day, Wales. 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day, Northern Ireland. 23rd of April, St. George's Day, England. 30th of November, St. Andrew's Day, Scotland. 21. Christmas Day celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. A. True. B. False. Answer: A. True. Christmas Day, 25th of December, celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. It is a public holiday. Many Christians go to church on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, or on Christmas Day itself. 22. What is the divine right of kings? A. Reduce the power of the king. B. The king was appointed by God. C. Reduce the power of the nobles. D. Increase the power of the parliament. Answer: B. The king was appointed by God. The divine right of kings is the idea that the king was directly appointed by God to rule. The king should be able to act without having to seek approval from Parliament. 23. In 1745, who was supported by clansmen from the Scottish Highlands and raised an army? A. Oliver Cromwell. B. Bonnie Prince Charlie. C. Robert the Bruce. D. Kenneth MacAlpine. Answer: B. Bonnie Prince Charlie. In 1745, there was another attempt to put a Stuart king back on the throne in place of George I's son, George II. Charles Edward Stuart, Bonnie Prince Charlie, the grandson of James II, landed in Scotland. He was supported by clansmen from the Scottish Highlands and raised an army. Charles initially had some successes, but was defeated by George II's army at the Battle of Culloden in 1746. Charles escaped back to Europe. 24. Who is the head of the Church of England? A. The Pope. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Monarch. D. The Duke of Edinburgh. Answer: C. The Monarch. The monarch is the head of the Church of England. The spiritual leader of the Church of England is the Archbishop of Canterbury. Thank you for watching. You have now finished with Practice Test 9. Congratulations if you got all the answers correctly. If you got some wrong, please do not be discouraged. It is an opportunity for you to practice again, and you have the potential to pass. By taking all our practice tests, using our video series, the better you will be prepared for the final test. Please ensure you read and study the official Life in the UK test book and ensure you practice the sample test questions. You will be successful if you prepare. Take our other practice tests and you will be on your path to pass. Good luck, and we look forward to hearing and reading about your success.